Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to Jigyansa. I'm Devashmita. So in this video, we are going to learn about some important taxonomic terms which are mainly used for taxonomic studies. So what are they? Let's see the some important taxonomic terms. So here is some important taxonomy terms like the habitat. You see that we are mostly used in our taxonomy studies, because when we collected any plant or when we study about any plants, then first of all we just consider we just see we just research about or study about its habitats or that particular plant. So habitat means the place of the occurrence of a plant is called its habitat. It means its dwelling place or the home where it placed. So habit means the characteristic bodily appearance of the plants. Then comes to the herb. Herb means any plants with non-woody stems or without lignin, without persistent aerial parts is known as the herb. Then shrub, a plant of the limited growth having the woody stem and branching near of the ground is known as the shrub. Then tree is the highly branched or strong, and it's a woody plant having a distinct trunk and the branching at a height from the ground. Because you see about the various tree like which are Soria robusta and all those things, because they are tree, because their plant or the stem person or the trunk person is wooden in nature or woody. That's why these are the tree. And herb means the non-woody, and shrub then it's a limited growth woody, but these are small in height or very limited in growth. So what is root? The descending axis, it means a root is present in under the soil, so it is the lower part of the any of the plant. So descending axis without the nodes and the growing opposite of the stem, because when we study or when we see a plant, there is the presence of the stem, there is the presence of the stem, and in the lower person that is the in the lower person there is the presence of the root. So it is also differentiated in two types. One is taproot and another one is the adventitious root. So taproot means root arising from the radicle of the embryo and the bearing smaller lateral branches. So this is known as the taproot. And adventitious root means roots arising from the any other parts of other than the radicals. The in case of the root in the larger tree, you can see that one main branch or main root, that is called as the taproot, and in this it bear the smaller lateral branches. But in case of the adventitious root, there is the presence of the any other parts. It's either aerial part means aerial part. You can see, for example, in case of the orchid or parasitic adventitious root means arising from the any other parts of the other than the radical. So stem means main axis of the plant, so which is having the leaves and the buds and its nodes. So stem, it consists of the leaves and it's a bud at the its node. Then called a stem of the jointed nature, which is having the solid nodes and the hollow internals. That is in case of the bamboo, you just see about see the bamboo plant, and here is the stem person is jointed in nature. That's why it's that jointed nature is known as the nodes, and in between the two nodes it is internodes present of the internodes, and it's a hollow type. So in case of the wheat or Gramineaceae family and sage cyperaceae family, you can see, or you just see about the column or nodes or internodes present in that type of plants. So fisticicular Fistular stem, it means that the stem with the hollow interior is called the fistular stem in case of the wheat. Then leaf, lateral outgrowth of the stem at a node having a bud in its axil. It is of various types. One is colline leaves, rama leaves, and the radical leaves. The colline leaves, in case of colline leaf, the leaves present on the main stem only. For example, in case of the palm like tree, or you just see, or whenever we study about the palm like tree, then we see the leaves are present in the main axis or the main stem only. That type of plants, or that type of leaves is known as the colline leaves. Then the rama leaves present on the lateral branches, that is the in case of the mango. uh, all over you see the mango tree, and you can see and watch, and you can study about the mango tree, and that type of the leaf is known as the ramal leaves. Then the radical leaves mean the leaves arising from the reduced underground stem, that is the onion. In case of the onion, that type of cases, this is from it is from the root, so this is radial form. So this type of leaf is known as the radial leaves. Then petiole, stalk of the leaf is known as the petiole. Then stipule, then we just call this is the stipulate branch, stipulate leaf, or stipulate stem. Then a pair of the appendages present at the point of the leaf is attached to the stem is known as the stipulate. Then intrapetiolar stipulate or interpetiolar stipulate. So inter and intrapetiolar stipulate. Stipulate means, suppose this is the leaf, and this person is known as the, which is attached to the, this is the stem person, this is the stem person, and here it is attached with this person is known as the stipule of the leaf, and it may be intrastipular or it may be interstipular. Then intrastipular means, intra mean in between, or inter means in between two, or intra means in the same, this is known as the intra, and in between two, then this is known as the inter. So stipulate between the leaf petiole and the axis. Stipules present between the leaf petiole and the axis is known as the intrapetiolar, and the interpetiole stipules present between the petiole of the opposite of the row leaves, that is in case of the family Rubiaceae, then it is known as the interpetiolar. Then ocreate stipule means the stipules forming a hollow tube or around the stem from the nodes up to the certain height. Then in case of the polygamous, then there is found ocreate type stipule. Then foliaceous means the stipules modified into the leaf, like for example Lathyrus, Poison sativum, and these are the various type of the stipule. So then spinostipules means spine, but stipules modified into the spiny structure. Then acacia gigipos, in these cases it is a spinostipule. Then tendrilla, it means a tendril-like structure. Tendril-like structure, stipules modified to tendril-like structure, then this is known as the tendril stipule in case of the smilex. Then stipule like structure at the base of the leaflet of a compound leaf, that is in members of the family Papilionaceae. Then there is found the stipule like form, this is known as the stipules. Then the phyllotaxy. What is phyllotaxy? Arrangement of the leaves on the stem is known as the phyllotaxy. uh, we just when we study about the plants, there are, we just see various different arrangement of the leaves on the stem portion of the different plant species. So and this arrangement of the leaves You can see some are arise from the directly stem, and some have rolled in structure, some are branches or the some bunch type structure in the stem portion. So the arrangement of the leaves in on the stem portion is known as the phyllotaxis. And this is very important for you, because the what is phyllotaxy, and it arises in the very competitive exam also, and medical entrance exam also. So phyllotaxy is the arrangement of the leaves on the stem portion is known as the phyllotaxy. So it is of the different types. One is alternate or the spiral phyllotaxy. So single leaf at each node. Suppose this is the stem portion, these are the nodes. The single leaf here is the arise from the single leaf from an each node is known as the alternate or the spiral phyllotaxy. Then half or two ranked alternate phyllotaxy. Suppose ki third leaf standing over the first, that is the graminy or the poaceae. So here is the you can see that three rank, two ranked alternate, three rank alternate, and the five rank alternate. So these are the spiral of phyllotaxy, or the spiral alternate phyllotaxis, which is standing above the first and the one spiral present in between them. Because in case of the here, you just see in roll in structures here, then here alternate form of the arrangement of the leaf is known as spiral phyllotaxis. It may be 2, 3, and 5 ranked or 8 ranked. So 5 ranked phyllotaxy is most common type of the alternate phyllotaxy. Then opposite phyllotaxy, the pair of leaves at each node. The pair of leaves at each node. So this is the and alternate form of, in case of the alternate here, in case of the alternate form, sorry, in case of the alternate form here, 1, 2, 3, 4, just one alternate to other. And in case of the opposite phyllotaxy, this is the this one, this condition is applied for in this particular opposite phyllotaxy. A pair of leaves after each node, then it is opposite decussate, opposite superposed, two types, that is the opposite decussate and opposite superposed. So opposite decussate means a pair of the leaves at a right angle to next upper of the lower pairs. So this is the opposite decussate means, suppose this one is the this type of the arrangement, but in the next arrangement it's only 90 degree of the arrangement of that particular nodes, and in that cases we just called that the opposite decussate. And opposite superposed, it means a pair of the leaves directly over the pair of the below. So it in the over superposed, in superposed, and then the next is the next pair is arise in that type. So rolled phyllotaxy, more than two leaves at each node constitute the rolled phyllotaxy. In a rolled phyllotaxy, sorry, in rolled phyllotaxy, here you can see there is many branches, sorry, many of the leaves combine in a single nodes, or create a bunch like structure in a roll like structure. Then this is known as the roll phyllotaxy. And simple leaf having the single blade is known as the simple leaf. Then compound leaf, a leaf having the many segment or the leaflets is known as the compound leaf. Then it is sorry, then this is it is of the simple leaf and compound leaf. Compound means a leaf having the many segment of the leaflets, and it is of the two types. One is pinnately compound, and another is palmately compound. The pinnately compound feather-like compound leaf, having the leaflet arranged in two rows on the rachis. Axis of the pinnately compound leaf is known as the rachis, and it is peripinnate and imperipinnate. So peripinnate means having even number of the leaflets, and imperipinnate means having the odd number of the leaflet. And or that is the single leaflet at the tip. So these are the pinnately compound, and a palmately compound, palm-like compound of the leaf is known as the palmately compound. So these are some basic terms which are mainly used in taxonomic study, or the in case of the taxonomy. So in the next video we will know about other important taxonomic terms. So thank you.